This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. When we think about the COVID-19 vaccine hesitancy in the Black community, let's remember, it didn't happen by chance. It's justified in history. But the will to change the narrative is strong today, and our people are lending their voices to the conversation. We're sharing our stories and the reasons that made us choose the vaccine so we can lead the way for others to make a well-informed choice too. To hear our stories, visit hereforuswa.org.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too-big-to-fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
What's up? It's your boy, The Ted Smith. Thanks for listening to the Men's Room Daily Podcast. Want more? Check out the greatest podcast in all the land, The Podcast. Be sure to subscribe and listen to a brand new episode every Tuesday night.
99.9 KISW.
Head chef on the way. Ted's Meat and Potatoes celebrates the mighty s'more. But first time for a few emails to the men's room at KISW.com.
You've got mail.
As we jump right into the birthdays, guys, today is my 25th birthday, and while I'm partying with a few friends, how about that fish sandwich montage and some thrill shotgun gets, please? Thanks, guys. That from Samuel.
Can I get
a filet of fish sandwich?
So you know I got
I'll have a fish sandwich.
Oh, brother, can I have a fish sandwich? With the cheese and the tartar on the side.
I want a fish sandwich.
Is it too early for a fish sandwich? Cheese and tartar on the side. Yeah. I smell the fish sandwich. Maybe some relish in the morning, at noon, and at night.
Can I buy you a fish sandwich?
Dad,
don't want a fish sandwich?
damn it! Dad,
Morgan.
Dad.
Bitches want to wish my son Brian a very happy birthday. He is 27 years old. We listen to the Men's Room Daily up here in Victoria, Canada. And beautiful British Columbia. We would love to get a big old bong rip, and you guys talking all over each other about what's better, bongs, pipes, or blunts. Thanks, guys. That from Joe.
That's a tough one. All of them are good.
I like a pre-roll.
I mean, honestly, I like strong things.
But
I
need a quick one, man.
Is it green?
So
remember,
but
it's a waste of your weed.
Whichever way you want to serve it, I'll take one of those. Smoke them here at work.
Of that blunt.
All the Men's Room on us, and a birthday shout out to my beautiful wife, Heather. She deals with my Crohn's disease and keeps me and our 4 dogs alive. So how about a barbershop fish sandwich? And could I get Coach Ted telling us how to make, ooh, boy, it's a tall order, friends in Seattle? Thank you, guys. That from Jared.
Can I get a fish sandwich? Oh, you know I gotta eat right. Oh, brother, can I have a fish sandwich? And put the cheese and the tartar on the side.
All right, you're making friends in Seattle. First of all, we all know what's going to happen. Nice city, not the friendliest or upfront city. My suggestion, get into some sort of group. Maybe you watch sports together. Maybe you're Brown backers or you're soccer fans. Maybe you play soccer with people. Maybe join Underdog. Join an adult league for kickball. You got to have an activity. Because in Seattle, people just don't say hi enough. You can sit at a bar, but you might get stuck talking code. Unless you do code, you're going to be lost.
Get a dog, too. You know, people won't talk to you, but they'll talk to your dog.
Wait, doesn't he have 4 dogs?
He's got 4.
Oh, yeah. Well, Jay, let him talk to your dog, and then you act like you're listening.
Actually, man, if you want to break the ice to something, I got Crohn's, might get stinky.
I open up with that all the time. I don't even have it. I just open up with that. I got Crohn's.
Guys, today's my sexy husband Matt's birthday, 41 and still a stud in the bedroom. How about that? Can I get a big old bong rip, some turtle wax, and Coach Ted giving him some advice on getting older? Thanks, guys. That from his loving wife, Crystal.
Here's the thing about getting older. Now, sure, things break down. Your joints hurt. Your knee cracks every time you get up and down. God forbid you're doing squats. But people think you're intelligent. or wise now because you're a little bit older.
It's true. You can fake it.
Yeah, man. By the way, Mike and I were talking. Have you heard this new term for people that are like my age, like 40?
No.
It's like, what's it, Mike? Chiggy?
I believe it's chuggy.
Chuggy or
Chuggy.
something.
What does that mean now?
That's what all the kids are saying.
Oh, like, does that mean you're old?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what I was saying to him. We don't need a name for it. If you're 20, 21, I'm just old to you. It's cool. I get it in the grand scheme of things. I'm not 80, but also, like, right, to young people, 40's freaking old.
But it's their way of saying that you're not elderly, so you're what, chuggy?
I guess. I just see people commenting, like, I didn't realize I did all these things. It's like, right, because those things were cool to us.
Yeah, you're too old for the TikTok. Guys, it's my boss DJ's 43rd birthday today. We listen to your show every day on the way home from work. It really helps us stay sane while sitting in traffic. He doesn't think anyone loves him, so maybe the dirty Germans can give him some advice. Love the show. You guys are hilarious. That from Dylan and Ursula.
Yeah, first of all, if you're someone named Ursula, please be careful. Otherwise, I cannot say that I love you because I have not met you. But if I meet you, I will love you all night.
See, the sad thing is, childhood rhymes and stuff like that in Germany are very honest and dark. The truth is, nobody does like you. It's happy birthday. Enjoy it.
All right, guys, here you go. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you, to you, to you.
BJ.
Ja, the Dirty Germans, brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's World Famous Sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Schweinefleisch.
Thank you, Bob. A couple extra emails here. Old Bacholas from Hornell, New York. It is the Trickler. I'll listen to your guys' podcast on the Odyssey app and the profile of this thing, and had us all at work wondering if the story was about us. On that particular profile, we used to have a company Christmas dinner at our plant where everyone would bring a dish to pass along. Well, the last one we had some amazing food, from homemade scalloped potatoes with ham, meatballs and marinara, chicken, on and on. Well, shortly after our lunch break, people started sweating, blowing chunks, and peeing out of their butts. Few even slipped on a fart or two. Short story long, about 25 or so people got sick. 7 went to the hospital. Jeez. Investigation led to one coworker's contribution: Swedish meatballs. So I heard they were undercooked and left out of the fridge overnight. Luckily for me, my plate was too full for the Swedish meatballs by the time I got to them. Was going to get some on my second trip through, but was stuffed after the first plate. By the way, that was the last dish to pass dinner. All catered now. That's what we do. Love you guys. Keep us entertained. That from the, that from the Trickler.
The meatballs, huh?
Mm-hmm. Well, if they're undercooked and you leave them out all night, yeah, you're going to have that.
Yeah. I feel like sometimes I overcook them in the crock pot.
You know, better to err that way and eat them.
Yeah.
Let's see, embarrassing purchases from a few episodes back. Guys, catching up with the podcast on the Odyssey app, you guys were discussing embarrassing purchases. I worked retail for 16 years. The best was this 75-year-old lady at 11 o'clock coming through with a box of condoms, a bottle of lube, and a bottle of wine.
Wow.
I didn't say anything, just rang her up and said, have a good night. She looks at me and goes, well, that's the plan, and if not, at least I have wine. I died laughing, guys. That from Kevin. And one more on the subject of making a little side money. Guys, I used to be a delivery driver in Winnipeg, Canada. I would deliver food to restaurants. On my first day, I was delivering to a restaurant, and the cook, he met me outside and said, hey, what's for sale? I said, what do you mean, what's for sale? He says, well, all the other drivers let me go shopping in the truck. They keep the cash, and you just say your delivery was short. Well, you don't say. Restaurants would buy an $800 box of lobster tails for $300 or a 50-pound brick of cheese for $100. So for 2 years, I would make an extra, say, $200, $500 a day selling food out of the back of my truck. That was good times, guys. That from Dwayne. Coming up, we will drink and toast with the child of the day, but first...
Time to open wide and sample Ted's meat and potatoes. Now, here's your host, head chef of the men's room, the Ted Nugent.
Head chef in the house.
Thank you, folks. Thank you, folks. Good to see everybody out here today.
I see you brought treats.
I did bring treats. But what treat, if you're by a campfire, what's the first treat that comes to mind?
S'mores.
S'mores.
There's no other treat.
I mean, you're right.
I mean, if you're camping,
honestly.
if you're out at a barbecue, it just
Right, I mean,
seems like...
summertime.
Right.
I mean, I've even seen now at weddings, it's like a cool new hipster
Really?
thing. Oh, yeah, they have like a s'mores bar. Yeah.
I'm in.
Okay.
Right. S'mores have been, we've seen them in everything from Pop-Tarts to, like I said, some fancy restaurants now will give you a little flame.
My kids, they like to do it at home in the wintertime because I'm too cheap to pay for the extra heat, so we light the fireplace.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, all right, man. So we just like watch football, they make s'mores.
I tell you what, that sounds damn fun.
Dude, it really
Because it's football, but yet like it's family time. I'm like, that's smart thinking.
The family's there, you're making s'mores.
I think the one thing about a s'more is you have to have that. You have to have that French bread patience. You got to let that thing sit for a minute.
All right, when you're cooking the marshmallow?
Oh, God, it gets so hot on the inside. Even when you smush it in there, you still need to give it, a couple of minutes to cool down.
My kids learned that lesson.
To melt the chocolate
Like, just
and
wait it-
just to let it cool down a little bit.
See, I think also it's tough. Sometimes people get too aggressive with like putting it close to the fire and everything. Like just roast that bad boy.
Just roast it.
It'll get
Or
there.
you can do the old, as I like to call it, the microwave version, where you're just moving faster.
Now,
just light it on fire, blow it out.
I was
going to
say,
go, right?
I think that's the cheating way to do it.
Why is that cheating?
I knew Miles would not be down with
It's
this.
crispy on outside. It's
crispy
still
on the
gooey
outside,
in the middle.
but
Why
it's
are you
not
wasting time?
Because it's not all the way gooey. Now you got this ball of fire, right? You got to blow out.
Yeah, blow it out.
No, I think you toast it to a really nice brown to where it's almost falling off the stick.
All right.
Well, I mean, actually, I have some facts about s'mores.
All right.
But roasting them over the coals, actually, they say is the better way as opposed to over flame.
Suck on that, Montgomery.
Okay. Oh, I don't want to catch it on
that's
fire.
in his defense.
No, I know, but there's no flame. See, you're just doing straight
I'll
heat.
bring the flame, Steve.
Okay. All right, fella. Right, so National S'mores Day was this week, too. That's why we're talking about s'mores.
Oh.
Frankly.
Cool.
So I got some facts about s'mores, but you're right, Miles. We have some treats in front of us. Krispy Kreme released 2 donuts inspired by s'mores in honor of National S'mores. Let's see. So in the U.S. and Canada are now carrying both S'mores Classic Dessert Donut, a donut filled with marshmallow cream, dipped in Hershey's chocolate icing, drizzled with
Here we are
marshmallow
again.
cream and chocolate icing and topped with marshmallow crumbs. And the S'mores Fudge Cake Donut, a Hershey's fudge cake donut dipped in marshmallow icing, decorated with chocolate icing, and topped with chocolate chips.
They both look good.
All right, which one are we going to try first?
I don't know. What are we going to go for?
Do we have a knife?
I don't think we have a knife.
Oh, well.
Dive into that big bad s'mores
Well,
one.
you want the stuffed one?
Yeah.
All right.
Try that bad boy out. Let's see how it goes.
Break that thing in half.
Well, I don't. All right.
Whatever. Jesus, who cares?
Freaking mess.
Just
You're the
give me
one
a
who
bite.
bitches about how s'mores are
Yeah, Thrill's going to eat his whole donut.
I know.
I'll just take your fingerprint. Yeah, I can't go wrong with Krispy Kreme.
I don't see. Here's the
Yeah,
other issue.
right. I mean,
is that
come on.
s'mores are already good, but I mean, anything from
Krispy
Krispy
Kreme.
Kreme is just delicious.
Oh, my God.
No, this is legit, man.
Is it all right? Does it
This-
taste
yeah.
like a s'more inside of a donut?
It does,
A
but I
little
really
bit.
think with Krispy Kreme, I can eat a couple. You can only eat one of these.
That's true. It's the only downside of this. Normally,
Yeah,
Krispy
they're
Kreme
awfully
is
sweet.
Yeah,
Yeah, and you're
no,
right.
no.
The filled
Density.
All right. Yeah, and you're right, because usually with Krispy Kremes, the classic one, like, I'll be honest. I mean, I feel like I could eat like a half dozen.
Half dozen. You get a dozen. It's like, these are for me.
Yeah. Let's see. The Merriam-Webster Dictionary. Not a bad one. Not my favorite dictionary.
No. I like dictionary.com.
All right. They have a better Twitter. They define s'mores as a dessert containing consistency usually of toasted marshmallow, pieces of chocolate bars sandwiched between 2 graham crackers. The first known use of the word was 1974. But that's not...
Really?
That's the first known use of s'mores, as we call them. But they've been around longer than that.
Okay.
It's been around before the dictionary officially recognized it. The first s'mores recipe was published in the Girl Scouts Handbook. Tramping and Trailing with Girl Scouts.
Tramping and trailing?
That's the name they came up with.
That was their handbook.
Ours was just the Boy Scout handbook.
Tramping and Trailing with the Girl Scouts in 1927. The snack was originally called s'mores.
Oh, some.
Oh, it's like some more.
Right, kind of like...
Y'all.
Right,
You
or
all.
like in...
Let's eat some more.
Or what's it in? Oh man, the little kids are playing baseball. Summertime.
Bad News Bears. League of Their
Come on, man. Now I want to know.
Right, and the nerdy kid starts playing baseball with them, and it's like, hey, Smalls, and he's like, we're gonna have s'mores, and he goes, s'more what? And he's like, s'mores. You never heard of s'mores? Oh, this is going to kill me the rest of the segment now. Mike, do you know? Just tell me, please.
Was it Sandlot?
Sandlot, thank you.
Okay.
I was going to name every character, how he kissed the lifeguard, Pepperhorn, or whatever.
I'm still on the Tramps.
I'll tell you what, I pre-read this, but I did not. Tramping and trailing with the Girl Scouts.
Speaking of that, don't the Girl Scouts now offer a s'more cookie?
They do.
Yeah. Maybe a couple of years ago they introduced
it's pretty
it.
good.
Yeah.
You guys got to try the other one, too. Let's see. Campers at Deer Run Camping Resort in Gardens, Pennsylvania, recently built the world's largest s'more, weighing 267 pounds.
What is the point?
That's a big-ass s'more.
Right. It was comprised of 140 pounds of marshmallows, 90 pounds of chocolate, and 90 pounds of graham crackers.
These are really good.
All right, which one do you like better? The one with the filling?
I think the one with the filling.
All right.
More than likely. The only thing it's missing is the graham cracker aspect of it.
Yeah, you could see where, I think that's supposed to be graham cracker or, crumble on...
Yeah.
Crumble on top. But, right.
Drizzle.
Drizzle, right. I like how naturally we all use these words now. Let's see. Some interesting things, too, by the way. Like you said, Thrill, you don't have to have them just outdoors. You could do them some people do them on the grill.
Somebody would do them in the oven.
You could do them in the oven. You could do them over a gas fire. If you just have gas appliances, you could probably just fire it up there. Do you know who invented graham crackers?
A guy named Graham.
Billy Graham.
Presbyterian minister Sylvester Graham invented the graham cracker in 1829 in Bound Brook, New Jersey. The original graham cracker was a health food recommended part of a diet intended to help suppress sexual desire.
Was that right? What is it with people?
Which Graham believed to be unhealthy.
He thinks that cracker is going to keep you from getting laid?
I mean, look, graham crackers are good. I don't know if they make me not want to have sex.
I mean, but that's
that'd be a hell of a graham cracker, Mr. Graham.
Cornflakes were invented for the same reason. Just let people, it was to not masturbate. You thought someone ate a bowl of cornflakes and wouldn't masturbate. I got news for you.
Dude, I've heard theories that that was part of the reason soccer was invented.
What?
So people wouldn't use their hands.
Oh, my God.
Oh, really?
I'm not positive on that, but I've heard that theory.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what happened in the 1800s. People were really repressed about it.
Or so many people were masturbating. They're like, look, you got to just do it at home.
Right. And maybe it was like a challenge.
Original TikTok challenge.
Right. You can't masturbate with a graham cracker in each hand. I mean, I'll tell you what, Sylvester, you don't know Ted Smith.
Challenge accepted.
The Hershey's Company, by the way, so the standard form is going to be that little brick of Hershey chocolate.
Correct.
Which they measure out perfectly for you. They produce more than 373 million chocolate bars each year.
Damn.
That's enough to make 746 million s'mores.
I like when someone did the math on that. You know how much more you can make with that?
Mm-hmm. Also, what was I going to say? The other funny thing, too, is it's always Hershey's chocolate,
right.
But a friend of mine, him and his wife, you can now buy Reese's that's in squares.
Come on.
Yeah. Game changer.
I bet that is good.
Instead of Hershey's chocolate, put a square of the Reese's in there. Sneak a square.
I've had it with a crackle bar at one point.
Ooh,
that was pretty good. There's a little bit more crispiness and crunchiness to it,
Yeah, I like where your head's at.
Yeah, but
you know what?
Reese's Cup might be the way to go.
You keep coming up with ideas like this. We're going to let you do a little pastry chefing.
I'll do it.
over at Slither.
Nice. Thank you, Head Chef. That was delicious. You are listening to The Men's Room.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too big to fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Geico asks, how would you love a chance to save some money on insurance? Of course you would. And when it comes to great rates on insurance, Geico can help. Like with insurance for your car, truck, motorcycle, boat, and RV. Even help with homeowners or renters coverage. Plus, add an easy-to-use mobile app, available 24-hour roadside assistance, and more, and Geico is an easy choice. Switch today and see all the ways you could save. It's easy. Simply go to geico.com or contact your local agent today.
Start summer up by mixing things up with top paint and stain brands at Lowe's. Shop HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams, Valspar, Cabot to find the perfect pop of color or classic shade you've been looking for. And don't forget to prep your deck for the season with reliable wood stain and sealer. Now's the perfect time to complete your paint or stain project. Lowe's. All things summer, all at the right price.
99.9 KISW. Yeah! You're in the men's room.
Coming up in just a couple of minutes here, we will drink, we will toast with a shot of the day. And we do have your headlines on the way 1 hour from now. But first, quick check in with Mike Hawk and some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
All right, a student is claiming that she didn't get her rental deposit back because she left a single pea in the freezer and a piece of paper on the ground.
Come on, man. No.
Yeah. I would love to see the follow-up information on all this. Like, I'd like to see the detailed itinerary for as to why I didn't get any of my deposit back.
Right. I mean, you can pay a cleanup fee, which would be like $2.15 maybe.
Right.
Well, both sides are believable.
Absolutely.
In other words, I can believe for a fact, because I've been through it before, that people try to screw you out of your security deposit for no reason.
You bet.
And I also believe that there's no way. How old is she?
It just says a student. So that
she's
tells
a student. That's very believable that there's holes all over the walls. So
right.
It's like, you just don't know.
Right. Maybe you didn't clean up near as good as you thought you did.
Mm-hmm.
There's a woman that filmed herself walking around a grocery store licking all sorts of things to, quote, fortify her immune system. That's just stupid.
What is going on in this country?
I don't
stupid.
know.
I mean, that's remarkably stupid. Like, people are stupid, but that's like, you make dumb people seem kind of stupid. Like, what are you doing?
The answer's not to assault your immune system. Make it healthy. Eat right.
Also,
exercise.
I might want to buy that. I don't want you licking it.
Right. I don't want to have my immune system fortified from you.
That's why I only sneeze on the carrots. Like, no. Come on, man.
And people are so confident about it, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, until they get sick, then...
I saw this on YouTube. All right.
Lick the handle on the shopping cart. Leave the place alone.
Right.
Right. A PSA in Britain is making the rounds on Reddit that warns about kids possibly eating dog poo because it looks like chocolate. People are paying respects to the poor kid hired to pose in the picture. Have you guys seen this thing?
I have not.
It is awful.
Listen, poop has looked like chocolate since poop has existed and since chocolate has existed.
Look at this thing.
I can't imagine there's suddenly an uptick in kids eating poop.
So it says dog walkers. To her, it looks like chocolate, but one lick and she could lose her sight. And it has got a little kid sitting in the grass next to a giant old dog biscuit there. And her face is smeared in chocolate. Her hands are smeared in chocolate. I'm sure it actually is chocolate, but still.
Now, for the purposes of that picture, they use real fecal matter.
Right. Goodness gracious.
I'm so amazed how many people just don't pick up their dog poo.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
I'm with you on that one.
Like throughout a funny story about it. Like, every once in a while, I get it. Somebody's going to forget a bag or it falls out of your pocket. But, like, my neighborhood, if there's a patch of grass, like, people just, especially with small dogs, like, it's still poop. I don't care that it's tiny poop. You got to pick it up.
You know what you should do? You should just take a little piece of your poop and, like, put it on the doorstep. But, like, it's just a little poop. Just a wee bit that is smeared on your lip there.
Put it right there next to their car door.
Well, a lot of the grassy areas also have, like, a thing there.
Dispenser, you bet.
With bags in it.
And a trash can handy right there on it, Ted.
Yeah. I told you, the first time my dog sat somebody's dog, I saw a guy leave it. I took one of the bags and ran up. You forgot something.
There you go. Why not, man? Miles, you need one of those outside of your place.
Sure, why not?
Little place to...
Just for humans.
Yeah, for people. For the people that poop in your yard, man.
Miles, you ever think about just setting up a porta potty?
I just think about putting a roll of toilet paper out there and maybe a 5-gallon bucket with a...
There you go.
With a pool noodle on top.
Like, can we normalize that? Like, you're out there jogging. Okay, grab a couple doggy bags.
Just poop in the bag.
The problem is, on Friday and Saturday nights, there'd be so many girls using your bucket toilet that it would turn into a hangout.
The poop hangout.
Yeah. I could see people sitting there smoking.
Smoking and pooping.
Yeah, honey, I'll cover you.
No, man, it's cool.
No problem.
I got a hookup. This guy's got a bucket in his backyard. Students in an Illinois school district have been banned from wearing pajamas while taking online classes because it's, quote, not acceptable school apparel.
Well, they're not in school.
Bro, I'm not in school.
Well, they're not at school. How about that?
Right.
I thought about rolling in here one day with flip-flops and just like, a pair of shorts from the
Why
gym.
not?
Why? There's nobody here.
Why is pajama day only a thing at school?
We still dress appropriately for work. I mean,
We do.
We don't really have to, but we do.
I guess.
We should. We should just come in here completely
White beater day,
looking
you know,
trash,
something.
bad.
Yeah, what is the line on flip-flops?
I just always feel bad about wearing them to work for some reason. I got
would-
sandals. They're Birkenstocks, whatever. But
I wore some of the bar the other night, and I was like, this is the first time I think I've worn sandals in a bar in a long time. Outside of a beach setting.
Now, sandals to me are different than flip-flops. Sandals actually have a little back heel piece that comes up there, but flip-flops are they actually slap your heels there.
Yeah.
For me, flip-flops are only acceptable outdoors in a slip-on shoe situation. When you need to put them on real quick to run out and grab the mail. When you're out walking the dog.
Yeah, but they're
when you're
nice.
out on
They're
the beach.
reefs.
They're great. But people don't want to see my gank-ass toes in the grocery store.
That's kind of what I was worried about with work. Like, no one needs to look at my feet all day.
Right.
You know?
My hairy damn feet, they don't need to see that. I got little hobbit feet. There's about 8% of people that think that they should be paid more for working from home. Why?
What? I mean, for what?
I mean, you're already saving money by not driving.
Right.
And your time and everything else.
There you go. Ta-da. You're
That's
making
it.
more money.
Yeah, but still.
It just... I mean, you could probably write
Then
more
go into
off
the
of-
office.
Right.
Jesus.
Right. To anyone thinking of trying the home remedy of pouring apple cider vinegar on your junk to make it bigger, don't.
When do they say that?
It's a trend that's going around.
Oh, I know about the trend. I've been doing it for weeks. How long?
Gotcha.
Yeah, stop.
Well, yeah, doctors were saying don't do that.
I just do it because I like apple cider vinegar.
Thanks, Braggs.
I did it because my wife does.
The Braggs family.
89% of workers say that they would love just one day with no meetings.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just to do their job.
Absolutely.
Right.
Nobody likes meetings. By the time you're doing the meeting, by the time you get back to your desk or whatever, you just have a little more to do.
Managers, figure out something else. That's all.
I mean, when you're a kid, you don't know any better. But the two things as a kid you look forward to that are so overrated: mail and meetings.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. A quarter of people have canceled a date over a pimple. But to be fair, she had more than one, so I couldn't do it.
Oh, Jesus.
Yes, Mike. Yeah. A new study found that most people do not want their revenge served cold, but hot and fast.
Yeah, go mad.
That's why you're going to jail.
Exactly.
Because you don't have patience.
For those of you that were like me and didn't understand the adage of how and why revenge was served cold, you take time with it. You plan it out. You spend months figuring out how you're going to get back at this person.
Perfect way to do it. Because if not, you'll go, oh, man, I should have done that.
Right.
But the flip side is, by the time I plan all that, I'm not so mad anymore.
Exactly.
That's the idea.
Which is actually probably the proper thing to do. Maybe
But
cool
I
off.
missed out on my revenge.
I know you
if
did.
It's about revenge. Like, I still want to be hostile.
An eye for an eye leaves us all blind, Mr. Hill.
I mean,
also, if you got two eyes.
What's the time frame on revenge?
Right.
Like, I still know some people. Like, I wouldn't think of it as a revenge thing, but if presented with the same opportunity, I'd be like, yeah, F you.
With my legislation of the one punch rule, it's immediate.
Right.
You get to sock a guy one time. He's a jackass. You get one good solid punch. Good to go.
I still like how you went for eye is bad. But you could punch a dude.
Right,
You can punch his head.
man, oh man.
Can I punch him in the eye?
This got violent quick.
I sit on both sides of the fence, Ted. 16% of people have watched a TV show on their phone at a wedding.
Yeah, I saw that stat today.
Wedding's too long then.
Yeah,
Well, when is the wedding? So my brother-in-law, he made it very clear to my sister-in-law when they agreed to get married. He said, listen, and you can pick any day you want, but it cannot be during football season.
I'll tell you that. That's one thing about weddings, though. Honest to God. You might not ever watch television. When you have to go to a wedding, there's something on TV that you want to watch at that
It's just
exact
gonna be that
time.
day.
Oh, yeah.
It's just that day. That's the only time that happens.
My friend got married in Baltimore. I had to fly into town for the wedding. It turns out she got married on a Sunday, which I told her was stupid. It was even dumber because it was a Ravens home game. So I said, look, I'm going to the game. I watched them lose to the Green Bay Packers, as it were. Don't be late for my wedding. I will do the best I can, but you're getting married on a Sunday. I'm flying 3,000 miles. My favorite team's playing. I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm going to the game. By the way, made it there on time. But what happened was when they go through the wedding was not dramatically long. But once the reception started, everybody there came over to me, and I don't know half these people, to ask me what happened in the game. They didn't have time to check, right? Because I heard you went to the game. I'm like, hell yeah, I went to the game. You got married on Sunday in a city that has an NFL franchise at a home game.
You know what I'm going to try to hook up? Mine's in the summertime, so there's going to be baseball on. I'm going to see if I can't get a big screen TV to put behind the priest back there, so we can just have like a Mariners game on or something like that, so anybody can just watch it. It's
Mike,
behind us.
You're the baseball fan. You need to put it behind us.
I know.
So while you're up there at the old
Yeah, right. Plus, there's 100.
you can watch.
There's 162 of them. So
Do
you're not
you
as-
take this woman? Hell yeah!
I did my rehearsal dinner at Camden Yards, so that way we could hurry up, get the hell out of there, and just go in and watch the baseball game.
Perfect.
Yeah, it was
Perfect.
worked out well for me.
The jobs website Zippia.com posted a list of the careers you're more likely to gravitate toward depending on the month you were born, and this is all backed by stats. However, some of these things aren't exactly jobs. It's more
hobbies,
things
interests.
to expect in your life.
Okay.
So a lot of them are jobs, but there are other things that are expected in your life. So we're just going to start with January, work all the way down. Miles, you're a January birthday, correct?
I am, in January.
So it does have your most statistically likely
I'll
job.
say brain surgeon or
Okay.
rocket scientist.
You're very close, however, you are working in a field that nobody ever wants to see you because you're either a debt collector or a doctor in general.
Oh, a doctor.
Yeah. So you're going to make all the money in the world, but nobody's really happy to
Dr.
see you.
Montgomery.
Doctor.
Mr. Hill, you are February, is that
I'm
correct?
March.
You are March, so you know what we're going to skip over here. All those are born in February.
Oh, jeez.
Sorry.
God damn, Mike.
We'll be to you in just a second. Your chosen field is either going to be an artist or a traffic cop.
Oh.
They're very similar.
They are. So there you go, February people.
Maybe
Inside
you can
every
meet
traffic cop is an artist dying to get out.
Maybe they could kind of marry the two, and you could be like the court sketch artist, right?
Are the cops doing all the graffiti out here?
It really is.
Just pulling over mid-shift and just making some art out there? Goodness gracious. Okay, let's go to March then. It includes also my sister, Mr. Hill, my future mother-in-law, my father. There's a lot of March birthdays.
Mm-hmm.
So, Mr. Hill, you can either be a pilot or a musician.
I'm one of those.
You are a musician in general.
That's very cool.
No,
There you go.
I'm a pilot. What are you guys talking about?
Yeah, fly me somewhere.
The only plane that I know of that you jumped out of.
That is true. I did, in fact, jump out of the plane, yeah.
Jobs you're more likely to have based on the month that you were born in. April. Oh, this one's not good.
April, all
This
right.
isn't exactly a job. I mean, it is a position of relative importance, I guess, but you're going to join everybody else and become a dictator.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
A dictator.
Way to go, my brother-in-law.
April, huh?
Yeah, so they said
What significant dictator was born in April?
Vladimir Lenin was born in April. Saddam Hussein was born in April, and yes, the top dog, the grand poobah, Adolf Hitler was born in April.
Okay.
Good work, everybody. My goodness. Right behind him over in May, for all you May birthdays, you're going to be just a regular old politician.
A regular, because there's a regular old
So
politician.
you're going to brown nose the people
my
born in
God.
April.
That's right.
So if you're born in May, you're the lapdog of the people born in April.
Like how they're very specific with April, like, no, you're going to be a dictator.
No, a
but,
dictator.
But in May, like, you can be a mayor, maybe.
Yeah, you're a politician.
Exactly. You're going to be a senator or a representative or...
I think it's good to have more politicians than dictators.
I agree. Let's get more May birthdays out there. June, congratulations, guys. You are the big winners in life because you are either going to be a CEO...
All right?
or a Nobel Prize winner.
Damn.
All right.
So congratulations, you're the big
You know
winners.
how many parents are looking at their kid who's born in June going, bull ass.
He rotates tires.
That's crap. Let's
He
see.
eats glue.
The job you're more likely to have based on the month that you were born. Let's move on to July. Got a lot of bricklayers and train drivers in July.
You're going to earn it, July. You're going to earn it.
You're going to earn it,
Do you know
man.
anybody who's a bricklayer?
No, but I see him on TikTok, and I am just mesmerized by
I
them
told you,
doing it, man.
I met the group of them, and it just worked out. Then they kicked my ass because they happened to build Oriole Park.
Right.
I was like in the worst place I could possibly be. We got along. I should have asked them. Were you born in July, fellas?
Seems to be more of a colonial East Coast style of architecture, so to speak.
I like bricklaying, man. It's good stuff. You know what? So do the people here at Zippia, because in August, there ain't enough bricklayers. Let's get some more.
You're bricklayers too?
Yeah.
So if
August-
you're born in the summer, man, you are hard working,
I was
blue
going to say,
collar
man,
style.
that's getting it done.
So anybody who's recently had a kid, yeah, you got a little
bricklayer.
That's right.
So
Be
they're not
ready
gonna
for
play
that one,
hoops.
man. The job you're more likely to have based on the month that you were born, September. That is where we get all of our athletes and physicists.
All right.
When was your brother born, Mr. Hill?
He was born in August. All the time you need to lay bricks.
Yeah.
You're a little above your pay grade there, homie.
Little ahead of his game there.
They're building space stuff out of bricks now?
Hasn't been a very successful
last
program.
forever.
They keep building them.
Splashdown, something else. They just go right to the bottom.
October, unfortunately, they don't give us a job. However, they do say that you are more likely to live to be 100 years old if you were born in October.
Well, that's not a bad
Don't brag about it, because we'll end it for you.
Not you, man. All right, my people, there in November. Our job that we are most likely to get based on that month. Oh, cripe. This isn't okay. We're most likely to be serial killers and schizophrenics.
That's not even a job. They're like,
That's
you,
not, yeah.
you
what you end up.
bitches is crazy.
I should say that's not good for you guys.
Serial killing's hard work.
It
Hard
is,
work,
man.
but you're not getting paid.
It's a stressful job. There's
I mean,
a
at
lot
least the
going on
hitman
my
goes
back.
like, look, I don't do anything good, but I make money. You are actually crazy.
That's right. I actually think of something to leave at the scene to make it my own personal touch. And this is the last one. The month of our own The Ted Smith.
Let's go, December.
The Power Month.
Yeah.
Ted's going in people's mouths. He's going to be a dentist.
All right.
Oh, I thought you said gigolo.
A dentist.
Yeah.
You ever
Never
had any
been a
interest in
dentist.
fishing around inside of people's mouths, Ted, and cleaning them out?
Nah, had some interest in putting stuff in them.
Like fillings?
Yes.
Yeah, skin fillings.
Braces, retainers,
Oh, goodness.
Knowledge.
truth.
Chicken wings.
Protein. I mean, whatever. I'm just...
Guys, donkey sauce.
How did I end up with the dog sauce?
Oh, goodness. Residents of a town in Saskatchewan were shocked to see a helicopter make a landing in the area, but you'll never guess what they were there for.
What were they there for?
Tell you all about it 1 hour from now.
Thank you, Mike Hawk. Headlines are on the way 1 hour from now. In the meantime, let's get a contestant on the line at 206-421-ROCK for Profile This. All right, have we managed to drink it time?
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too big to fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Geico asks, how would you love a chance to save some money on insurance? Of course you would. And when it comes to great rates on insurance, Geico can help. Like with insurance for your car, truck, motorcycle, boat, and RV. Even help with homeowners or renters coverage. Plus, add an easy-to-use mobile app, available 24-hour roadside assistance, and more, and Geico is an easy choice. Switch today and see all the ways you could save. It's easy. Simply go to geico.com or contact your local agent today.